Hi everybody, welcome to morning coffee break. It's supposed to rain today and for the next week, but it's not raining right now, so I'm gonna walk for sure. Something's been out here digging like crazy. Good grief, look at that. Over there, over there. It's really dug, I don't know what it's done over here. Dug a big hole and then filled it back in or something. It's like a lot of effort to try to find a nut that it buried. So they'll do that in the summer though. They dig holes in there. They usually don't mess up any vegetables though, unless they just happen to be in the way of where they're digging. They're not really doing it to damage the vegetables. They're burying their nuts. They bury their nuts in there in the summer, and then in the winter they dig them back up. I guess that is a more convenient place for them than trying to bury them in the hard ground. I like all the birds. Makes me feel like spring when you start hearing all the birds again. You know what? Unless he must have come home over there because the newspaper's gone. His newspaper was laying over there in the, just in the gutter, whatever you want to call it. And there was a package at his front door, so he's home. That's good. I hope nobody took his package, but you see that all over YouTube, where people are catching people doing that. I wish it was sunny, but it's not. See a few birds flying around. I'm not going to fill those feeders up when it's raining. You're just wasting it, There's some suet out there, and there's some, what are they? Sunflower nuggets or something. So they've got something to eat. They've really gone through the suet this time. The block, I just put it in there about a week ago, and there's like a fourth of it, not quite a half, but less than a half of it left. So they really like that. I've been seeing a bigger variety of birds, showing they're coming back in the area. We really have a lot of them in the summer. I go through a lot of seed in the summertime, spring. One time I went through 80 pounds of it in it was 60 pounds, I think, in a month of seed. That's a lot. Gets kind of expensive, but I try to find some on sale. The only place that has really run any of it on sale though at any decent price was Ollie's, and it has a lot of corn, ground up corn in it. That's the only thing I don't like about the cheaper stuff. Of course, they all love sunflower seeds. I don't know what's for dinner. Once again, we didn't put anything out to thaw. Oh yes, we did, but I'll bet it's not. We put when we bought that roast and we had, pot roast, it came in a twin pack. It's Black Angus. We got it down here at Grocery Outlet, like $3.39 a pound or something. Cheap. And the first one was really good. And I set out the other one, you know, in the fridge, but it'll take a while to thaw. It'll probably take till tomorrow, or who knows. It's really cold in the fridge. It takes a while to thaw out. But you don't want to set something like that out on the counter and let it thaw that way or something. Yeah, I'm doing one extra walk now, you know, up and down through Highway. I was doing it two times. Now I'm doing it 3. But if it wouldn't rain, I need to do it more than once, really. Of course, if we go somewhere, I get some walking in. But if we just stay here, I wouldn't get much walking in if I didn't do this. Okay. I love hearing these birds, like I said. Always have. Let's go in and have some coffee. Okay, today's Saturday, February 27th. Currently it's 45. The high today is going to be a warm 63. Of course, 100% precipitation. Humidity is at 93%. Wind, says there's no wind. I felt a little breeze, but not much. Air quality is 36. That's in the good range. So, since I was talking about dinner, what we had last night was pretty simple but good. We got the hamburger patties that are like $85.15 from Aldi, and just made those, you know, just fried them and seasoned them, and then they had those and a nice baked potato with butter, sour cream, cheese, and a little salad. So that's what we had last night. Of course, I smother mine in Heinz 57 sauce, and I tell you what, it tasted like almost like a, I don't know, not like a steak, but you know, it was good. Hold on just a minute. But anyway, it was really good. Really good. Let's see. I'll be doing an Ask My Tablet today. Got a lot of questions in. I really appreciate that. And, you know, just keep the questions coming, everybody. Everybody has a question. So let's do that today. And if nothing else happens, you know, I'm trying to keep my videos down to 4 a day, because it's hard enough for you know, y'all to watch one or two, much less 4. I understand that. So you know, but you know, if you can, I appreciate it, of course. But if nothing else happens, if we don't have a haul or anything like that, which I don't know if we need anything or what, but I'll be doing another Kitty's Corner, and Abby is going to be the next guest host. Abby is a dog, so that'll be good. And I know y'all really seem to enjoy Mel, the horse. I have another horse at some point in time that I'll use. I know I do, because I've used it before. So I may do that. Let me write that down, because y'all seem to like that. And actually, I have any kind of I can use, I've done with lions before. I think it was a lion and a bear. If y'all have a suggestion that you would like to see, that you think would be funny, I need to make a list, really, is what I need to do, of what all I've got available. But I've got, you know, rabbits, like I said, horse, goat, or lamb, Mr. Hamster, which has been real popular before. Mr. Hamster, like I said, a bear, and different dogs and cats and all kinds of stuff, really. It's, you know, if I can get a picture of it, I can do it. I can make it look pretty good. So if any of y'all also would like to see one of your pets on it, I take them as in the order I get them. And if you send two, I'll pick one, but I won't do two in a row now when there's other people, when there's other people waiting. But I will in the future, probably, when it slows down or something, I'll go back and get ones that had more than one. But there has to be a picture, from the front, and hopefully the mouth is closed, because it's a lot easier to make the mouth opening. If the teeth are showing, and it's harder to do, and it sometimes doesn't look as realistic. So, I would need a frontal, like a profile pic of it, and clear, clear picture too. But I have all my social media down in the description. It's easier to send probably, if you're not with me on Facebook, you could send it on Messenger, but email is probably the easiest way for most people. And of course, I only do this for my subscribers. So make sure that you're part of our community when you ask, to have one of your pets on it. Okay. So here's today's question. Yesterday I was asking, let's see, what was it? Do you have a dessert after your dinner? And I was surprised that a lot of you, don't, have any type of dessert. But a lot of you, do, but not some of them, not every day, depending if they were full from dinner or not, or just different things, which I found, interesting to see what everybody, what their habits were as far as, and, when I was growing up, I had to, same with my sister too, and eventually my brother when he came along, you had to we had to eat our meal to get the dessert. Mom had a dessert I guess every night. Mom did a lot of baking and desserts and stuff, and but to get it, we had to finish dinner. If you didn't finish your dinner, you didn't get it. I mean, she didn't pile our plate up with stuff. She put about what we should eat, the right amount, but we had to finish it. I mean, especially the vegetables. And that made me want to eat my dinner so I could have a dessert. But then we wouldn't have anything after that, But, and she wouldn't give you a big portion of dessert either. But I remember that, and I guess that's why I still to this day like to have something for dessert. I'm just going to have to start making smarter choices. And as far as the late night stuff, and what I'm asking today is, the question is, do you eat anything late at night? Now, I talked about this yesterday, and then I turned around last night and didn't do good at all. We all stayed up late watching movies, and I was doing comments and stuff, and then we had these, we had these pretzel things from, I don't know if, hold on, let me see if it's still laying here. The box, it's right here. Nothing on it, it's just laying on top of that. Y'all that have an Aldi, let me close it to where it looks better. If you have an Aldi and you see these, and they're not hot because I already noticed it, these are pepper jack filled pretzel bites. I didn't notice anything, it didn't burn me, but I dipped mine in mustard. But these things here, as a matter of fact, I'm going to take a picture because I'm going to post it on. These things here are really, really good. I am not kidding you. But what I'm getting at is we ended up having these late. It was like 11 or after 11, I believe, when we had them. But, we only had like 4 each. I think there was one extra one or something. But we had... I think it's supposed to just have 12 in here, but there was 13. But I don't remember how much they were, but they're just really, really good. And like I said, I didn't notice anything burn in my mouth or anything like that. I dipped mine in mustard. But we had that, and then I thought, you know, then I had, I didn't have anything heavy, but I still had like a rice cake, and then I had a Rice Krispie bar, and I don't remember what else. If I had anything else, I think I had a few popcorners left. You know, those aren't really all that bad. It wasn't that. It was the time of night, you know, that I had all this stuff. And, you know, if nothing else, if you lay down and go to sleep, you know, I stayed up longer after I stopped eating. But if you lay down like that, it's going to cause like acid reflux, because you're not supposed to have all that food in you when you're laid down, because you're, you know, laying down flat, and then the stomach acid will come up through your esophagus, which isn't good. So that's the question. Do you eat anything late at night? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's hard for me not to. What I need to do is not have anything within reach. I'd be less likely to eat it, you know, if it wasn't somewhere close by, like on the coffee table. But those things were so good, though. Are you kidding me? Okay, so story time. I talked yesterday about, you know, working for a vending company, and also coffee service. I had coffee service that I made more commission off of than I did off the vending machines. Probably because coffee's expensive, you know, and I made more off. I made a higher percentage too. But you know, I talked about the glass plant. That was called AFG. It's since changed to another company. And the other one was General Shell, the brick company. But this one today is about Eastman. I delivered to Eastman, and we had 3 different routes in Eastman. And that's a lot, you know, 3 routes for one plant. So it shows what a big place it is. It's basically almost like a little city. And when you came in there, you know, I started at 4 in the morning, and I'd go straight there the days that I worked it. I think it was 3 days a week. It would be dark, you know, and it would be like going into a science fiction movie or some kind of action movie where you see it and it's dark and there's lights everywhere and steam and different things, you know. It's like some crazy science fiction movie going in there. It really was, you know, lights flashing everywhere, just people walking. You got to be careful, you know, employees everywhere. And it was a crazy place. I would go in there, and first usually I would do, if I had coffee service, I would do that first. I had keys to everything. I had the things that, you know, a card that you could scan it and it would open a door, you know, pull the door open. I also had keys to lots of buildings that I had to get to because no employees would be there yet. Now, I had to see some to deliver coffee to offices, so I would go and do all the vending machines in the buildings where I would deliver coffee, and go ahead and do all the vending machines, and by that time, the people would be there, and I would get orders for coffee. So I would be there for hours at one building. It'd have like 5 floors, you know. I had to work each floor. Very tedious job. And I would be counting stuff in my sleep. We counted inventoried stuff every day. Not every machine every day, but, you know, had to inventory, I don't know how many a day, 20, 30 more, at least 30 probably. And you got to where I would be dreaming, counting stuff. It's really crazy. But I'd get all my orders for the coffee service for all 5 floors, and then I would load it on my I had a buggy, you know, that would lay down, and it had 2 wheels, but then you lay it down and it had 4, you know, and you'd put everything on there. So I'd put it on my buggy in the order that I would get to it, so I wasn't all mixed up. But that was really something, doing all that. But you know, it was a dangerous place inside the plant. Some of the buildings were outside of the area where all the chemicals and plastics were at and stuff, where they're making plastics. And they, you know, you knew a building was dangerous if it had blowout walls. You know, most buildings are brick and stuff like that, but you would see one that would have this like plastic walls. They'd be green usually, because if there was an explosion, it wouldn't blow all those cinder blocks and or bricks or wood and all that. You know, it would just blow this plastic stuff out. So you didn't want to park right next to one of those buildings, let's put it that way, because there was a Coke truck. When I was working at Coke still, that the guy was delivering up there, and he parked near a building, and there was an explosion, and he was inside of the Coke truck in the, you know, cab, and it went about, he said it went about 3 foot in the air and then came back down. Hi, honey. Hi. And of course scared him to death. He wasn't, I don't think he was injured, not very much, if anything, but that's how much of an explosion it was. And you also, a lot of the chemicals and stuff you couldn't smell. You know, there was ones that you could smell, and you knew that you were breathing something in or something. But then again, there was plenty that you can't. They're odorless and tasteless and stuff, and you don't know what you were getting. So they had their employees checked like twice a year. But if you're an outside worker, you're like a subcontractor or a contractor, and so that you don't get the same rights as, you know, the employees there did as far as health care and stuff. But it was so bad that I wore glasses, you know, back then. Now I just wear them for reading. But it was so bad that I had to buy new glasses like twice a year. It would like, they would be a film on them, like, just, you know, I can't stand that. You can't clean it off or anything. So I'm glad I didn't work there, but for more than I did. I did a couple years, I guess. But if you work there forever and ever, I don't know. You better go to the doctor a lot and be tested, is all I could say. But yeah, let's see. The noise, some of the noise there you wouldn't believe. You know, I had the earplugs, but even earplugs are not going to do so much if the noise is like a air siren or something. And it's, you know, and they had these big, you know, motor things that would pull. They had a river running through there, and they would pull water from it to cool motors and stuff. And it'd be like over 100 degrees in these buildings. You couldn't keep any snacks in ones that were that hot, but you had drink machines, you know, to check. And but the noise would be so bad, you could stand right in front of me, and I had people with me before, and yell as loud as you could yell, and they probably couldn't hardly hear you. That's how bad it was. And that's why I've got, part of the reason I got the ringing in my ears now. I'm sure like I said, it didn't matter if you would have to have the best ear things, you know, plugs or whatever you want to call them, to do anything. Regular old the rubber ones you put in there, it didn't make any difference. And they're so loud and hot, you know, unbelievably hot. You could see all these big, huge motor things and hear the water rushing in, you know, from the river. But let's see if there's anything. But anyway, like I said, this place was, I mean, it was rough. So, but I really sold a lot of snacks. They had different areas, break areas, you know, in different buildings. they all did really good. And I even made money off the drink machines, you know, which I didn't even have to fill. Pepsi and Coke filled their own drink machines, but I still got a commission for inventorying it and collecting the money, because all the money went to our company, and then they did whatever needed to be done with it appropriate, you know. I'm sure they got, they also made something off the machines too, the company. But, you know, the Eastman, I'm sure they wouldn't allow it in there if they didn't get a little something off of it too, I'm sure. Hi, Kitty. But that's about it for that one. Like I said, I got several more I can do some, you know, on this part when I worked on the vending company. But every day, everybody, every day. I hope you enjoyed today's morning coffee break. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. And please share with someone today. Maybe they would like something that I do. All right, everybody, thanks a lot, and I'll be seeing you later on doing whatever comes next. God bless.